He perfected 3 sage modes in one night, but if anyone finds out, he's dead. Now, trapped in an ambush, the dead last Jinin must decide, reveal his power or let his team die.
They're coming from all sides. I can sense every chakra signature, but I can't let them see.
Kana, get up! We can't! We're outmatched!
The rogue leader laughed, pointing at Hiroto. The dead last? This is the best the leaf has, but in the chaos. Hiroto moved with eerie precision, his body skirting death by inches, as if he could see the attacks before they happened. Then, a blur of green, leaf reinforcements crashed into the enemy lines, scattering the rogue ninjas. When the dust settled, Hiroto lay on the ground, panting, his skin pale. To onlookers, he looked half dead.
You got lucky again, Hiroto. If the Jonin hadn't shown up, you'd be dead.
Let them believe that, as long as no one sees the truth.
A fleeting image burned in his mind. An ancient forest where time moved differently, where 3 ancient spirits had promised him power and warned him of the hunters. It began when he fell through the forest floor, a trapdoor to a place where the moon never moved.
Each breath felt like a season. The air thickened with energy that rewrote my cells. You have entered the Sage Sanctuary. We can teach ancient arts, but the cost is years. The toad way is crude. I offer serpent precision, but beware, hunters track such power.
I offer the celestial resonance. It marks you as a beacon. Do you still accept?
He trained until toad oil no longer burned. His markings deepened, his strength tripled, then the serpent's coils taught flexibility and venom. A second set of markings etched his flesh. The golden sage unlocked his final limit, a rare attunement that made his chakra hum like a star.
3 sage modes in one cycle. The hunters will sense you. They killed our bonded kind. Hide or die.
The forest collapsed. He tumbled back into a night that hadn't passed, with a power that could end wars, and a secret that would start one. In the village, Hiroto wore his dead last mask again. Ren's taunts were daily, Kana's pity more wounding than insults.
Still a waste of a headband, Hiroto. Maybe you should quit and spare us the embarrassment.
If they knew what I could do, they'd fear me, so I let them laugh.
Ren, enough. Hiroto, don't listen. Everyone has their own pace.
Sensei Kaito assigned a D-rank escort, a caravan through the forest. Too simple, Hiroto thought. Half a mile in, Hiroto's sage perception flared. Bandits ahead. He could smell their sweat. He stumbled on a root, crashing loudly. The bandits, startled, attacked early, their ambush broken.
Hiroto, your clumsiness nearly killed us. Next time, stay back and let the real shinobi handle it.
I could have killed them all, but then they'd know, and the hunters would come.
The merchants thanked Ren and Kana. Hiroto stood apart, as always. The dead last, once again, just lucky. That night, Hiroto slipped away to a hidden training ground. Under moonlight, he let his sage markings glow.
I can feel it now. 3 modes layered perfectly, but something else. A presence.
In the shadows, a figure watched. The silhouette of a Hokage's hat cut against the moon.
Who's there? Not an ordinary shinobi. The chakra signature is masked, but I've felt it before.
Hiroto suppressed his power instantly. He vanished into the village, shaken across the village. Sensei Kaito sat alone in the mission room, rereading reports. Something wasn't adding up.
Hiroto was clumsy. Yet every bandit attack was perfectly sabotaged. The boy's reaction speed doesn't match his file.
The next morning, Kaito cornered Hiroto in the hallway. His voice was calm but edged.
You are hiding something. I've seen your training records. You shouldn't be able to survive those encounters.
I don't know what you mean, Sensei. I just got lucky.
Kaito's stare lingered as he walked away. Hiroto felt the noose tightening. He couldn't afford another slip. Days later, a C-rank border escort. Bandits and rogue ninja were expected. Kaito volunteered his team immediately. The ambush came in a narrow pass. Blades met. Kaito fought, but his eyes kept flicking to Hiroto. Hiroto ducked a beheading swing by a breath. His footwork was sloppy, but his timing was flawless. Kaito noted it. Then, Kaito deliberately sidestepped, leaving Hiroto face to face with a Chunin-level rogue. No help. No rescue. Hiroto stumbled, fell, and the enemy slipped on his own blade. A freak accident. Kaito's frown deepened.
You moved like you saw the future. 3 times now. I'll get the truth, Hiroto.
I don't have any secret techniques. I just react. Please, believe me.
React. Then you'll react just fine in the Jonin exam this month. I've already put your name forward.
That night, a cloaked figure slipped through the village gate. Beneath the hood, faint purple markings pulsed. By morning, Hiroto's Jonin exam application spread through the village like wildfire.
You? A Jonin exam? You'll be dead before the first shuriken flies?
Ren, stop it. Hiroto, is this true? Did the Hokage really approve it?
If I say no, Kaito will expose me. If I say yes, they'll watch me closer than ever.
Hiroto's application is approved. He'll be representing our team, whether he likes it or not.
In a dark alley, the cloaked figure pressed his palm to the soil where Hiroto had trained. Residual sage energy flared, making the purple markings on his face pulse with hunger.
A triple sage signature. In all my years hunting, I've never sensed such layered power. The council will want him alive.
That feeling again, like someone's pulling at my chakra threads.
The Hokage stood on the rooftop, tracking the cloaked figure. Then his eyes met Hiroto's. No alarm, just a weary sadness in those ancient eyes. The Hokage whispered, "Not yet," and vanished into the crowd. After the Hokage vanished, Hiroto stood frozen. That whisper was meant for him alone.
He knows. I saw it in his eyes. How long has he been watching?
He turned toward the alley, but the cloaked figure's energy was fading. He was already being hunted.
I have to find out who sent him. But if I follow, I'll expose everything.
Across the village, Sensei Kaito examined a new intelligence report. A suspected sage hunter had crossed the border.
A sage hunter. They only come for one reason, and they don't leave without a corpse.
The Jonin exam grounds were set. Hiroto's name was on the roster. In 3 days, he'd be forced to fight in front of the entire council. That night, Hiroto tried to sleep, but his sage markings flickered involuntarily. Something was drawing his power out.
They're calling my power. The hunters have a resonance technique. They're confirming my location.
A shadow passed his window. The Hokage's crest glinted. Then a scroll slid under his door. Inside, a single line: "Trust no one. Follow the toad." Hiroto read the scroll a 3rd time. Follow the toad. He knew the old summoning grounds, a hidden shrine beneath the west wall.
The toad contract. It hasn't been used since the last sage. If I can reach it, maybe I'll find answers.
He pressed a loose stone. A section of the wall slid away, revealing stairs leading into echoing darkness.
An old sage resonance. The Hokage left this trail decades ago. But why now?
The chamber held a giant toad mural and a summoning scroll on an altar. Letters were carved into the stone. The carving read, "I trained here 40 years ago. The hunters killed my masters. I hid to protect the village. Now, it's your turn."
He's a survivor just like me. All these years, he was watching, waiting for someone to carry on.
Above ground, Sensei Kaito noticed Hiroto missing. The Jonin exam was tomorrow. His suspicion turned to alarm. The cloaked hunter felt the surge of sage energy. He whispered into a snake-marked earpiece, "I found him." Hiroto stepped out of the tunnel, scroll tucked in his vest. At the alley's mouth, a shadow with glowing purple markings blocked his path. The hunter smiled, showing teeth filed to points. "Our resonance jutsu pointed to this very spot. You've been a difficult quarry."
I think you have the wrong person. I am just a genin.
The chain lashed out, imbued with sage nullifying seals. It was a weapon designed to bind and drain a sage's very essence.
He'll recognize the scroll. The Hokage's seal is unmistakable.
The Hokage's seal. So the old man has been protecting a sage all these years. How delicious.
Hiroto threw a smoke bomb, but the chain shot through the haze, coiling around his ankle and yanking him back.
Let go of my student.
Kaito's kunai cut the chain, but the hunter turned with a snarl. His purple markings erupted, releasing a wave of oppressive energy.
If I use Sage Mode, they'll know. But if I don't, Kaito dies.
The hunter vanished with a final, echoing warning. Hiroto knelt beside his bleeding sensei, the weight of his secret now stained with a teacher's blood. Hours later, Hiroto sat in the hospital corridor, his clothes still stained with Kaito's blood. The scroll lay heavy against his ribs.
Kaito lost so much blood because of me. If I had just used my power.
Inside the room, medics frantically worked to stabilize Kaito. Ren and Kana burst through the doors.
You dragged us into this. Sensei almost died because of you.
A hunter attacked us. I don't know why. He just wanted the scroll.
Kana pulled Ren back, but her eyes were sharp. She had seen the scroll in Hiroto's vest. The Hokage's seal was unmistakable.
She recognized it. Everyone will now. I am running out of time.
Alone again, Hiroto unfolded the scroll. Beyond the message, a tiny toad symbol pulsed. It was a summoning formula. A shadow passed the window. Purple eyes gleamed in the dark. The hunter had not left the village. The door slid open. Lord Kenzo stepped through, his Hokage robes flowing. He looked at Hiroto with ancient, sorrowful eyes. "It is time we spoke, young sage."
You carry the same markings I once bore. The toad, the snake, the golden light. I've been waiting 40 years for another like me.
He knows. Not just my power. He knows exactly what it cost. How much death follows this kind of power.
A memory surfaced in Hiroto's mind. The Hokage's carving beneath the shrine. I trained here 40 years ago. The hunters killed my masters.
I hid my sage power to protect the village, but the hunters have never stopped searching. They killed my comrades, and now they will kill yours. There is a fourth mode, the Void Sage, that can corrupt anyone who wields it. It is forbidden in all our scrolls, but it may be the only way to survive.
The Hokage unfurled an ultimatum scroll. Its words glowed, "Surrender the Triple Sage by dawn, or watch your village razed."
They'll kill everyone to claim me. If I leave, the village is safe. If I stay, I have to use the Void Mode.
Kenzo pressed the toad summoning scroll into Hiroto's hands. His fingers were cold. "You cannot fight them alone. Summon the elders."
And if the elders cannot stop them, what then?
The Hokage's eyes dimmed. "Then you will decide. Let the village die, or become a monster to save it." Hiroto left the hospital, the scroll burning in his hand. He needed counsel from the one who taught the Hokage, the great Toad Elder.
The Toad contract linked me to ancient wisdom. If anyone knows a way out, it's the one who trained Lord Kenzo.
He pressed his blood to the scroll and summoned the Elder Toad, a mountain of ancient flesh with eyes that held centuries of sorrow.
Yes, I trained the boy who became Hokage, the Void Sage. It is not a power to be wielded lightly. It feeds on the user's soul.
The Elder's voice rumbled. The last to use it became the Void Sage ancestor, a being that still whispers in the shadows, hunting for a vessel.
So if I take that power, I might become like the hunters. Something worse?
The Toad Elder said nothing. In the distance, the first light of dawn crept over the village walls, and with it, a chilling laugh. Kuroken's voice echoed through the streets. His hunter squad had arrived, blocking all exits, the ultimatum ticking down.
No more time. I have to decide. Let them take me, or fight, and risk becoming the monster they hunt.
Hiroto stood, his sage markings flickering as he walked toward the square. The forbidden scroll was tucked inside his vest. This time, he wouldn't hide. The village square was a cage. Hunters lined every rooftop, chains glowing with sage-nullifying seals. Kuroken stood at its center, arms wide.
The dead last, Genin. Come to surrender, or will you watch these ants die to protect your precious secret?
Every face I've hidden from is watching. Ren, Kana, even injured Kaito. They'll see the truth now.
Hiroto stepped forward, removed his headband, and let the nature energy erupt. Orange, purple, and gold markings blazed across his cheeks. The wind howled as 3 sage modes fused. The ground cracked beneath him. I am the triple sage, and you will not harm my village.
Finally, let's see if you are worth the hunt.
Kurokan's corrupted sage energy clashed with Hiroto's tricolor aura, shaking the square. Villagers screamed, covering their ears as the pressure crushed the air.
Hiroto, you were never dead last. You've been hiding this the whole time.
The hunters threw anti-sage chains at Hiroto. He dodged, but they veered toward Kana and Ren. Hiroto screamed, throwing himself in the path. The chains bound Hiroto, burning his sage markings, yet his eyes locked on the forbidden scroll. He whispered, "Forgive me, Kenzo."
There's no other way. I have to use the void. Let them call me monster.
Hiroto bit his thumb and smeared blood across the forbidden scroll. The ancient ink ignited, unleashing a shriek that silenced the square. The markings on his face boiled. Orange, purple, gold, then blackness spread like ink in water. His eyes became hollow voids. The sky over the village turned gray. The earth cracked. Even Kurokan stumbled, his own corrupted sage energy recoiling.
What is this? This power? It's the Void Sage. You fool. You'll destroy yourself.
Hiroto rose, the chains disintegrating. Black markings traced his skin, and a dark corona of energy pulsed with every heartbeat. He felt his life force draining, but the power was intoxicating. For a moment, he understood the ancestors' whispers.
You wanted a hunt, Kurokan. Now you have one.
Impressive. But the Void devours its wielder. I'll just wait until you are hollow.
Hiroto didn't wait. He launched forward, a black comet colliding with Kurokan's corrupted barrier. The final battle had begun. The void barrier shattered like glass. Kurokan was thrown back, his corrupted sage armor cracking under the relentless assault.
My left arm, it's going numb. The void is eating me from the inside. But I can't stop. Not yet.
Kurokan snarled, pulling more hunters' chains toward himself. A net of anti-sage seals erupted from the ground, wrapping around Hiroto's limbs. The seals burned against his void markings, but Hiroto screamed and let the void explode outward. The chains turned to ash.
Every burst costs you a piece of your soul. Soon you'll be a hollow puppet, just like the others the ancestor has claimed.
Through the haze of pain, Hiroto's mind flashed to Ren's shock, Kana's tears, and Kaito's bloodied form. He couldn't let them down. He summoned a spear of pure void from the remaining darkness, its tip sharp enough to cut through sage energy, and he hurled it with everything he had. The void spear punched through Kurokan's chest, pinning him to the ground. The hunter's gasp was swallowed by a dark silence.
Fool. You've just opened a direct link. The ancestor sees you now. He's coming.
Hiroto froze. A vast consciousness flooded his mind. Ancient, hungry. The void sage ancestor had arrived, and it was laughing.
It's clawing at my mind, trying to devour everything I am.
You are the perfect vessel, boy. Give in to me, and I will grant you power beyond the sages.
His body jerked, black veins crawling up his neck. The triple sage markings flickered weakly against the corruption.
Hiroto, use the toad seal. Trap the void inside before it devours your very soul.
The sage's warning rang clear. The void will consume your soul unless you cage it within your own flesh. With shaking hands, Hiroto formed the ancient seal, a cage of golden light wrapped around his core, chaining the void. The black markings stopped spreading. The void was now a prisoner, but it growled, gnawing at the bars. He collapsed as the sky brightened. The hunters lay defeated. A shocked silence fell over the square.
Hiroto, you saved us all. We're sorry for every cruel word Every time we called you dead last.
But Hiroto saw only the faint outline of a dark throne at the edge of his vision. The ancestor's hollow eyes watched him, waiting for the cage to weaken. Medical ninjas carried Hiroto to the hospital, his limbs like lead. The void cage glowed faintly through his chest, a ticking prison of darkness.
The village owes you its survival, Hiroto. But the sage hunters will return, and the void ancestor now watches through your eyes.
Please, let us help. We treated you so terribly. Let us make it right.
I pushed you to hide. I am sorry. From now on, I'll stand beside you, no matter what you carry.
They see a hero, but I hear it growling. The cage won't hold forever.
The toad seal can be reinforced, but you must train, control the void, or it will devour you. I know a place, the ruins of the first sages. There, the veil is thin. You can face the ancestor without endangering others.
If I go there, I might not come back. The village would be safe, but I'd be alone with it.
You won't be alone. The toads, snakes, and golden spirits will guide you. I will watch over you from here.
Hiroto nodded, but in his mind the dark throne pulsed. The ancestor whispered, "We will meet soon." The cage rattled. Days later, at the village gate, his team gathered. Ren, Kana, even bandaged Kaito. All eyes held regret, but also pride.
We believed the lie because it was easier than seeing the truth. You are not dead last. You are the strongest of us.
I forced you to hide. I was wrong. When you return, let's train together, no masks.
Take this, a scroll from the first sages. It will guide you to the ruins and bolster the cage when you need it most.
The ruins emerged from mist. Crumbling pillars circled a stone platform where nature energy swirled like a visible storm.
The ancestor knows you are here. The cage cracks with every step. You must end this now.
You cannot cage me forever, boy. I see your heart. You fear being weak again. Let me make you strong.
He's right. I was terrified of being useless. But now I have people who accept me. That's a chain stronger than void.
Hiroto sat, forming the toad seal. The golden cage surged, and the ancestor screamed as three-colored chains lashed the darkness. But the throne didn't shatter. It merely cracked. The battle for his soul had only just begun. The golden cage flickered, then steadied. The ancestor's screams faded to whispers, but the dark throne remained a shadow in Hiroto's mind.
You have done what no sage before you dared. The void is chained, but it feeds on your strength. Never let your heart waver.
I'll carry this weight. For my team. For Kenzo. For everyone who believed in me when I couldn't.
The mist parted as he walked out of the ruins. The sun touched his face. Warmer than it had been in years, word had spread. Villagers lined the street, not with whispers, but with cheers. The with cheerful sage has returned.
Hiroto, today you stand as a hero of the Hidden Leaf. Not for your power, but for the heart that chose to protect us.
You were never dead last. You were always a sage, waiting for us to catch up.
I'll train under you if I have to, whatever it takes to help you carry that cage.
The void still writhes, but I can feel it. Their trust is a new kind of seal. I am not alone.
But in the dark, the cracked throne pulsed. The ancestor's voice was a mere breath. Now, rest, boy. I am patient. The Hokage summoned the village council. In a solemn ceremony, Hiroto was granted the title Sage Protector, the first in a generation. Envoys from allied nations arrived, bearing gifts and seeking alliances. Word of the Triple Sage spread like wildfire.
Even the Mizukage sent a letter. They want to study sage techniques under you. You've changed the world, Hiroto.
Our training ground is ready. I've set up anti-sage seals to help you test your control safely. Let's begin.
In the months that followed, Hiroto trained relentlessly. The triple markings no longer strained his body. They were part of him now.
Every day, the void tries to whisper. But with Kaito's seals and my team's faith, its voice is just a murmur now.
The sage hunters are reorganizing. Our spies say they seek a new leader. But for now, the village is safe.
A new academy was founded, teaching young shinobi about sage energy, with Hiroto as its first instructor. Yet when Hiroto slept, he felt the ancestors stir. The cracked throne pulsed with a dark hunger that promised a future reckoning. But when he woke, the sun was bright, and his team was already waiting at the gate. He was no longer alone. Seasons turned. Hiroto trained, taught, and protected. The boy who hid in shadows now stood in sunlight.
Every sunrise is a victory. I won't waste a single one.
His team, Ren, Kana, Kaito, fought beside him now, no longer needing protection, but companionship.
You've surpassed us all, Hiroto. But don't let it go to your head. I can still find a flaw in your footwork.
The Sage Academy grew. Children with hopeful eyes practiced the first steps of nature energy. The future was bright.
Maybe the void will stay quiet forever. Maybe I can finally rest.
But in the abyss, the cracked throne split further. A hand emerged, bone-white and ancient. The ancestor was not finished.
But the void remembers, and I will be free. Patience is a predator's virtue.
Back in the light village, a festival lantern drifted skyward. Hiroto watched it, a gentle hand on his shoulder. He was the triple sage. But more than that, he was home. For now, that was enough. The festival lanterns dimmed. Hiroto stood on the Hokage monument, gazing at the village he had saved.
I was a dead last genin who became a sage. A mask became my truth. Now, these people rely on me.
A gentle breeze carried the scent of cherry blossoms. Tomorrow, there would be training, and the next day and the next. But tonight, peace.
You once told me you just got lucky. I think we're the lucky ones, Hiroto.
Look, the first star. Make a wish, everyone.
A wish, huh? I've already got everything I wished for. But I'll wish anyway, that this peace lasts.
Far below the village, in a realm of shadow, the cracked throne rumbled. A voice, ancient and patient, echoed.
You have bought yourself a season, boy, but the harvest will come.
Back on the monument, Hiroto opened his eyes, feeling a distant chill. Then he looked at his friends and smiled. He was the triple sage, the void cager, the dead last who became first. And whatever darkness came, he would face it together.